Did you know your skin loses around 30% of its collagen within just 5 years after menopause? Most people blame aging, but it's actually a rapid hormonal shift behind the sagging. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to spot these changes and the best way to restore firmness both at home and in the clinic. Let's begin with Caroline. She's 51 and her journey is one I see often. The silence lasted exactly 7 seconds. I just asked Caroline how she was feeling about the upcoming summer holidays, and she was staring at her reflection in my handheld mirror. Caroline's the sort of mum who has it all sorted. School runs in the Range Rover, regular tennis, always immaculate for the school gates. So after years of juggling family life while maintaining the successful job in the city, she'd mastered the art of looking effortless. But her fingers were tracing her cheekbone as she finally spoke. I've always looked after my skin, her voice quieter than usual. But now I look in the mirror and I see my mother's face, not mine. She pressed a palm against her cheek, trying to lift it back to where it used to be. So what Caroline was experiencing wasn't gradual aging. It wasn't about neglect or poor skincare choices. The changes felt sudden because they were. Cheeks looked flatter, skin was drier, especially around the mouth and eyes. Makeup started sitting oddly, almost highlighting lines that weren't there before. But the good news, once we understand what's driving those changes, there are real practical steps that we can take to turn things around. So let's break things down to what's really happening, how you can start feeling like yourself again. Let's talk about a change in menopause that doesn't get enough attention, your skin. So when estrogen drops at menopause, it's like the mortar in a brick wall suddenly vanishing. Estrogen is crucial for keeping your skin's wall strong, plump, and protected. And without it, cracks can show up fast. So the research says that within 5 years after menopause, up to 30% of the skin's collagen, the stuff that keeps it firm, disappears. Skin thins by 15% in just a year. And as production slows, the skin can go from glowing to dry, flaky, and sensitive overnight. The face, neck, and chest, areas with the most estrogen receptors, are hit hardest. And while the estrogen is plummeting, androgens, the male hormones like testosterone, hang around longer. And that imbalance can mean you're dealing with both dryness and acne breakouts at the same time. Very frustrating. It's not just about wrinkles, the whole structure of the skin changes, and collagen fibers loosen, elasticness fades, and people often notice more hollowness under the eyes and in the cheeks. But before rushing into in-clinic treatments, you need to start rebuilding the wall at home. So here's how. So firstly, repair the barrier. You might use ceramides, the mortar for your skin cells, glycerin and hyaluronic acid to draw in moisture, and niacinamide to lock it in. Retinol, remember to start gently with a low dose, and peptides stimulate the skin's own repair process, and then defend the gains. Vitamin C boosts collagen and shields against damage. Daily mineral SPF 30 stops further loss. And optionally, red light encourages your skin's fibroblasts to get to work by increasing energy production. So these steps don't restore lost volume, but they'll make the skin stronger and more resilient, and that lays the foundation for any more advanced treatments you might consider down the line. Now I'm going to show you about in-clinic treatments. Phase 1, we have collagen rebuilding with injectables. Sculptra, one of my favorite treatments, contains poly-L-lactic acid, and that stimulates new collagen over 12 to 26 weeks. In clinical trials, 71% of people showed significant wrinkle reduction at 12 months. Collagen density increased by 66% in one trial over a period of just 4 months. And if those numbers are replicated in real life, then we can see that the tide of menopausal skin changes can be significantly reversed. Similar, we've got a calcium-based filler diluted called Radiesse, which triggers both collagen and elastin. That's ideal for lifting jawlines and firming the neck. It's got an FDA approval now for décolletage treatment. Ultrasound studies with Radiesse diluted show a 15% increase in skin thickness after just 2 sessions. So phase 2, we've got hydration and fine line correction. Cinicos Performa is a great new treatment. It combines hyaluronic acid with specific amino acids, and these hydrate but also repair the extracellular matrix where our connective tissue rests. Data shows a 71% reduction in forehead wrinkles, improved elasticity. There is a new form of Profilo Structura, and that's a hybrid formulation, integrates with facial fat pads, supports lift and glow. Over 90% of patients reported visible improvement in tone and firmness after just 2 sessions. The treatment's very simple and straightforward, with a bit of local anesthetic, and it takes only about 2 minutes. The phase 3 is tightening and texture with devices. 2 of my favorite include the Photona 4D, and that uses dual lasers, erbium and neodymium YAG, stimulating collagen, tightening skin and smoothing surface texture at the same time. It can reduce moderate wrinkles even by about 80% and fine lines by more, 85-90%. And we've got RF microneedling. I use Morpheus 8, combining thermal energy with microchannels for deep dermal stimulation. Over 80% of patients report improved elasticness. Many clinics use HIFU, which is focused ultrasound like therapy, and this uses the ultrasound waves to lift deep tissue layers, improving jowls and neck without downtime. Just one session of HIFU can deliver results that can last up to 18 months. It's particularly good for tightening around the jawline. So each treatment targets a specific aspect of aging, from hydration, barrier repair, to volume and lift. And when it's sequenced properly, it can create cumulative, natural-looking rejuvenation. You might remember my patient Caroline earlier, because while education is vital, what truly matters is what works in real life. So after we rebuilt the barrier and collagen at home, we began in-clinic work, a single session combining morpheusate, then Photona laser helped tighten and resurface the midface. But the real game changer, I think, for her was 2 sessions of Sculptra, paired at the same time with Sunacos, which caused deep hydration, under-eye restoration, and that magic increase in collagen. It didn't just lift, it really rebuilt. So by month 5, the glow had returned not just in the skin, but in her confidence. So yes, menopause changes in the skin are profound, fast, and very frustrating, but they're not irreversible. With the right mix of daily care, injectable support, and if you need it, device-based stimulation, you can restore structure, hydration, and resilience in the skin that you had before. But here's where many women go wrong. What if you've already had treatments, but your skin still looks tired or crepey? And that's exactly what I'm going to cover in my next video. I'll walk you through to reset skin quality before you spend on lifting alone, and you can check that out here. I will see you in the next one.